Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Good morning, everyone. Hope you would have went through the concepts yesterday that was discussed. Yesterday we discussed about the relation between electric field and potential. Electric field and potential we were discussing, and we arrived at E is equal to minus dV by dr. And we also saw two important conclusions on that. The potential decreases in the direction of electric field, and the second point is the magnitude of the electric field is found to be the change in potential per unit displacement. Okay, so these are the two conclusions we arrived at yesterday in relation between electric field and potential. So E is equal to minus dV by dr. Okay, and the second topic what we discussed was now potential energy due to a system of charges. So what is the potential energy due to a system of charges is nothing but the work done in assembling the charges at a particular point. Okay, so what is the total work done in assembling the charges at particular points on the electric field is nothing but we read as potential energy. And we were also discussing about that the work done is independent of the path because these are nothing but conservative force. So we will not bother about the path that is traveled by the charges. Right? Now, yeah, till yesterday, whatever we are discussing, we were considering the charges and we were considering a source of charge, and that source of charge was producing electric field. You bring another test charge in the electric field that is produced by the source charge. So till yesterday we were talking about the electric field and the source charge that is producing the electric field. Today we are going to talk about almost the same, but there is a small difference here. I need to understand very clearly the difference between yesterday's topic and today's topic, children. Now today's topic is potential energy in an external field. Now external field in the sense, now yesterday we were talking about a source charge. That source charge creates an electric field. In that electric field you bring another charge. What is the work done, what is the potential, all these things we were finding out. Today I am going to consider an electric field that is created by some other source charge. We are not bothered about the source charge that is producing the electric field. We are just bothered about only the electric field. So that electric field you call it as external electric field. Okay, so what is the main difference is we are concerned with the potential energy of a charge in an external electric field. An external electric field is already created. We will not bother about the source that is creating the external electric field. We are not bothered about that. We just consider an external electric field. Now in that external electric field I am going to bring a charge. Okay, I am not try to understand very clearly. We are not bothered about the source charge that is creating the electric field. We are just bothered about the electric field which is produced by some other sources. So you call that electric field as an external electric field. Is it clear? So in that external electric field, when I bring a charge, what is the work done? What is the electric field? All these things we are going to learn. You understood the difference between yesterday's topic and today's, children? You should be very, very clear. So actually this is a full theory concept, children. Now, as we are very familiar with electrostatic potential difference, that is the same that is applied here also. What is the only difference is we are going to consider an external electric field. Is it clear, children? Right. So, the external electric field is not produced by the charges that is going to be there. It is produced by some other charge. Okay, so the external electric field are not produced by the given charges, and we are not going to bother about the source of the external field. Okay, so now, so we are going to determine the potential energy of a given charge. I'm going to bring a charge in an external electric field. Determine the potential energy of the charge in the external electric field. Okay, ma? So, let us consider the external electric field be E. So, E is the external electric field, right? Now, I am going to bring a charge. Now, let us consider the charge to be at infinity itself. We know from where now we are in the definition of electrostatic potential, we consider the point, the charge to be brought from infinity. So, we are going to have an external electric field, and we are also going to calculate the electric potential, which is nothing but you call it as V. So, electric potential due to that charge which is brought in the external field, right? So, what is electric potential? Now, I am going to bring a charge from infinity to a particular point P in the external electric field. So, what I have to do? If I want to bring a charge from infinity to a particular point at P in the external field, I need to do some work. Yes or no? So, what is the work done? Work done in bringing a charge or a test charge from infinity to a point P in the external electric field. EF is electric field, children. In the external electric field is stored as potential energy. You all know this. Okay, work done is stored as potential energy. So, I will write work done is potential energy of Q at R in an electric field. R represents the position vector. Now, the charge is coming to point P. The position vector of P is taken as R. So, what will be the potential energy or work done? Work done equal to potential energy equal to Q into, that is the charge, into potential at R. Now, whenever I write V of R, you have to say it as V at R, potential at R. Now, what is this VR? VR is the external. VR is the external potential at the point R. Is it clear? Now, these are all familiar concepts, whatever you have done. No problem. No problem. But what is your problem is, you have to understand the electric field which we talk about here is the external electric field, right? That alone you have to remember. So, in that external electric field, you are bringing a charge. So the other things are the same. Work done, you are bringing the charge from infinity. So what is the work done to bring the charge from infinity to a particular point P whose position vector is r is given as this one. Are you able to understand? Now for example, let us consider an electron, okay, whose charge is, you know the charge of electron. What is the charge of electron, children? So charge is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So imagine an electron whose charge is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Now it is accelerated by a potential difference of del V, which is given as 1 volt. So what is the work done? The work done is stored as energy, right? Now here, since we talk about electron, we measure the energy of the electron in terms of electron volt. Now this you will be learning. This you will be learning in your forthcoming chapters. EV means electron volt. So what is the energy that is gained by the electron is given as energy gained by the electron is equal to Q into potential. Okay, so change in potential. Q is of course 1.6 into 10 power minus 19, and I said it is accelerated by 1 volt, right? So it is 1 volt. So what is the value now? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules, because you measure energy in terms of electron volt. So you have this value. Okay, right? Similarly, you have electron volt. You have so many other units based on this. Now all these electron volt, now how will you measure? Now these type of measurements of electrons in terms of energy is studied in nuclear physics, atomic physics. We are going to learn when you measure the energy of an electron, it is measured in electron volt. So 1 electron volt is how many joules? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Similarly, we can measure one electron volt. Now what is this? 10 kilo is 10 power 3. Now 1 electron volt is already, you know, it is 1.6 10 power minus 19. So what should be the answer here? It should be 1.6 into 10 power minus 16 joule. Is it clear? So 1 kilo electron volt. Similarly, 1 million electron volt. So what is million, children? Million is 10 power 6, right? So 10 power 6 into, again 1 electron volt is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So here I have 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 plus 6 is minus 13 joule. So similarly, you can measure the unit of energy in electron volts, kilo electron volt, million electron volt. Similarly, giga electron volt, giga is 10 power 9. Similarly, tetra is 10 power 7. So you can measure the value of electron volts in terms of this, what is called as work done. Now this is with respect to a single charge, right? Next we'll move on to potential energy of a system of two charges in an external electric field. Now I wanted to explain you this concept with a diagram. Now look at this diagram, children. Now there is an external field there. Now the potential, now we are going to find out the potential energy of a system of two charges. Now there are two charges. Now these two charges, I am going to bring these two charges from infinity in the external electric field. This is the external electric field. We will not bother about the source that is creating the external electric field. We just know that there is an external electric field. Now I am going to bring two charges. So first let me bring the first charge Q1. Okay. Now this we are familiar. Last topic we read. What is the work done? What is the work done in bringing the charge? Now I'll write here. Work done in bringing the charge Q1. From where you are bringing the charge? From infinity. So, what is the work done? Work done is Q1 into V of R1. Am I right? V at R1. Now, R1 is the position. Now, let me understand in such a way that let me name this point as P. Let me name this as P and let me name this as Q. Okay? Capital Q. So, I am going to bring a charge from infinity to a point P which has a position vector R1 and this value is given as work done as Q1 V into R1. There is no other charge, so I can comfortably bring the charge Q1 from infinity and make it to sit at point P, whose work done is given as W is equal to Q1 V at R1. Okay, ma? Now next what I am going to do? Again, I am going to bring one more charge. Okay, the name of the charge is Q2. So, work done in bringing the charge Q2 from infinity is given as, again, W is equal to Q2 into VR2, right? This is also one work done. Now, what I am going to do? What I have done? I have brought the charge Q2 from infinity. Now, what is the position? I have brought the charge Q2 at this position Q. What is the work done? The work done here is against the external electric field, right? Now, here also the work done is against the external electric field, right? Now, apart from this, now there is also one more electric field that is created due to this charge, which has an influence on this charge. Try to understand the concept clearly. When I brought this charge, no external charge, no other charge was there, only the external field was there. So, I was able to write the work done as W is equal to Q1 V at R1. But whereas when I bring this charge from infinity, already there is an external electric field, so work done should be against this external electric field, and also I have to do the work against the external electric field that is created by this charge. Yes or no? So that also I should write. So what is the work done? That due to the external electric field, due to the other charge is given as, now you remember yesterday's topic. Yesterday's topic we read is system of charges. Now I want you to go through that. Only when you have gone through that, you will be able to understand. So what is the work done here is, the work done here is the charge into the potential at P due to the charge Q1, right? Yes or no? Is it clear? You understood this? So what is this R12? R12 is the distance between the two charges Q1 and so two work has been done. One work is to bring the charge Q2 from infinity to a point Q against the electric field, external electric field. Now this work is done due to the effect of the charge at P, which is Q1, right? So what is the total work done in bringing the charge Q2 is given as work done in bringing the charge Q2 to R2, which is a position vector. So what is the work done now? I have to add both this Q2 V at R2 plus Q2 Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Now this is the work done only with respect to what? Q2. Are you able to understand? Yes? Right. Now I am going to find out the total potential energy of the system. Now here this is due to the charge Q2. Now here this is due to the charge, let me draw a box. So now I'm going to find out what is the total potential energy. Potential energy is equal to work done is equal to Q1 V at R1 plus, let me close this, plus Q2 into V at R2 plus Q2 by Q2 into Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Look at this equation. This is the total potential energy of a system of charges. Hope you understood the concept clearly. Work done in assembling the charge configuration in an external electric field. Am I making you the concept clear, children? So first, I brought a charge Q1 from infinity. There is no other charge, so it is comfortable for me to bring the charge against the external electric field. No problem. Now, second one is, I am going to bring a charge, another charge Q2 from infinity. So, what is the work done against the external electric field is this. Now, again I have to do a work which is against the electric field that is created due to charge Q1 at P. So, that is given as Q2 Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. So, this is the work done in bringing the charge Q2 to R2. This is Q2 V at R2 plus Q2 Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Now the final formula is the total work done in assembling the charges Q1 and Q2 at positions P and Q in an external electric field is given by this formula. Okay, so this is a complete theory, children. So definitely please go through the concepts. Okay, once or twice you keep on learning. Now with this I am going to discuss the example sum which is given in your textbook. Example 2.5. Determine the electrostatic potential energy of a system consisting of two charges 7 microcoulomb and minus 2 microcoulomb and with no external field placed at minus 9 centimeter 0 0 and 9 centimeter 0 comma 0 respectively. So only in the x-axis you have the points marked, y and z at 0. How much work is required to separate two charges infinitely away from each other? And suppose the same system of charges is now placed in an external electric field, E is equal to A into 1 by R square, where A takes the value of 9 into 10 power 5 coulomb per meter square. What would be the electrostatic energy of the configuration? Try to understand the questions. 3 questions are there. First, we'll move on to what is the electrostatic potential energy of a system. It's a direct substitution for the formula of the formula. The formula is U is equal to, where is the cursor? Yes. So U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. There are two charges. So Q1, Q2 by the distance between the charges. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9. Q1 is 7 microcoulomb. So 10 power minus 6, and here also minus 2 microcoulomb. So 10 power minus 6 into 10 power minus 6 becomes 10 power minus 12 divided by what is the distance. Now here x-axis 9 centimeter, y-axis here also it is minus 9. So when you the distance between the two charges will be minus 9 minus of minus 9, you will have plus 18 which is represented as 0.18 because it is given in centimeter. So when you convert it, it becomes 0.18. Okay. Now when I simplify this, I will have the value 0.7 joules because 9 gets cancelled twice here and you have a 2 numerator, so it gets cancelled, so remaining is only 7. So it is minus. Potential energy is always negative, right? So I have minus 0.7 joule. So first question is answered. Second question. How much work is required to separate the two charges infinitely away from each other? Now I need to do some work to separate the charges infinitely away. Infinitely away means I need to shift the charges to infinity. So infinity la potential becomes what? What is the potential at infinity? Potential at infinity is 0. So I will have the work done to be U2 minus U1. Final is 0. Initial is I have the value which is already found out, which is 0.7. So when I take the difference, 0 minus 0.7 will be 0.7. So 0.7 joule amount of work is required to separate the two charges infinitely away from each other. Okay? Now, the third question. Suppose that the same system of charges is now placed in an external electric field. E is equal to A into 1 by R square. So, external electric field is given. What should be the electrostatic energy of the configuration? Right? Now in this case, the value of external electric field is given. Now, you need to understand, whenever an electric field is given, you need to understand that there will be an interaction between the charges in the external electric field. So, what is the formula we arrived at? We arrived at this formula. See here, Q1 into V at R1 plus Q2 into V at R2. Right? This is nothing but yesterday's formula. What is yesterday's formula? Relation between electric field and potential gradient. I have taken that formula. Now substitute here. See this formula. This is what we have discussed today. So Q1 V at R1, Q2 V at R2 plus Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. So I will substitute this value here. So electric field is this, and the potential is 7 microcoulomb divided by 0.09 and plus minus 2 microcoulomb by 0.09 meter. So when I simplify this, I will have the value to be 49.3 joules, which is the electrostatic energy of the configuration. Are able to understand? So please go through these sums. Now this is discussed in your textbook. Just I wanted to explain you this formula what we discussed. So I have just discussed the sum. So please go through the sum. If you have any problem, if you are not able to understand the concepts clearly, please call me. Okay? Right? Hope you are preparing for the test. Now the test will be when you are planning to write the test? Tomorrow, right? So hope you are preparing. I think you should have completed learning 2 questions yesterday. I have given you 4 questions. 2 questions you would have completed. The remaining 2 questions you will learn tomorrow evening. You will write a test. Okay? Now the next period is also physics, children. Just go for a 5 minutes break and then come back. We'll be continuing with the next topic. Okay, ma?